everyone, and welcome to week 7. This week we're going to be finishing up our look at the institutions of the American government, looking at the third branch of the federal government, the judicial branch. And specifically this week we will be looking at the structure and decision-making processes within the judicial branch, as well as how the courts have, or have not, protected our civil liberties. Now, this week there is a holiday, so there are no classes scheduled on the 11th and 12th. And next week, you have your midterm coming up. So you'll see there's going to be some slight tweaks to what work is due this week. So when you're ready, head on over to Brightspace to our week 7 module, and you'll find, of course, our weekly materials, as well as the discussion board. Now, the discussion board this week, your activity is going to be to look at a summary of one of the Supreme Court cases that will be mentioned in the weekly lecture materials, and respond to some questions asking about how that case illustrates some of the concepts we're learning. So that's a good way for you to bring in the class materials into your answers. Now, since next week is exam week and you do have 2 days of no classes scheduled at the end of the week, what I've done is required that initial post due on Thursday as usual, but no replies are due. So you'll have your initial post, but no responses to your classmates this week. Now, you do have a quiz due on Sunday as usual, and this week there's going to be 17 questions. 1 is extra credit. Speaking of extra credit, there will also be a very short check-in survey this week. I'm just touching base on how the course is going for you in advance of the midterm, and it's going to ask you about midterm materials. Now, you don't have to look at those midterm materials before you take the extra credit survey, but if you wish to, you will be able to find them on the exam review module and linked to from this week's weekly page. So that extra credit survey is also due on Sunday, same time as the quiz. Speaking of next week and the exam, looking ahead, next week your homework will only be to study for the exam and take the exam. So those materials will be there this week, but you'll have plenty of time to look at them next week if you prefer to wait till exam week, or midterm exam week, I should say. Now, my office hours this week will be on Sunday, not Sunday, I apologize, Thursday, but feel free to reach out if another time would be better for you. And you can also, of course, email me questions directly. So have a great week. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on civil liberties and the Supreme Court.